There is a saint by the name of Saint Jose Maria Escriva, and he was in Italy in the early 20th century, and he had started a movement called Opus Dei, or the work of God, meaning that all of us, no matter what our state of life is, no matter what our career or job may be, all of us can do the work of God. Wherever we are, we bring God with us to do his work. And what's interesting is that at the very center of what they do, or the life that they try to live, was the Eucharist. So coming in, praying for the tabernacle or adoration was always very important to the life of Opus Dei. Well, it's funny. It's kind of a funny story about Saint Jose Maria Escriva, where it's about 7:30 in the morning, and he hears confessions every day, 7:30. And every morning, when he's in the confessional, he hears these metal clanging together in the church, and he couldn't figure out what it was. So one morning, he slipped out of the confessional and kind of hid behind a pillar to see what this metal clanging was. And to his surprise, in walks a milkman. If you don't know what a milkman is, give me a minute, I'll explain it. And so he walks in, the milkman walks up to the front steps of the sanctuary, in front of the tabernacle, kneels down, puts his pails down, and says, "Good morning, Jesus. It's John the milkman, just saying hello." And he goes on to say, "And I hope you have a great day today." And so then he picks up his pails and walks out. Now, a milkman. So when I was a kid, it was on the cusp of getting milk from the store, but a milkman would carry pails of milk, little bottles of milk to everybody's house, and would drop off new bottles and pick up the old bottles, and that was what they did. And my grandmother, at the back of her house, had a little box. That box is a place where the milkman would put all the bottles and pick up the old ones. Hence, milkman. Context. All right. So the thing is this, is that when he saw this, he realized that, at the very center of all of this, of John the milkman's work, was every single day walking in, kneeling down, just saying, "Good morning, Jesus. It's John the milkman. I hope you have a great day today." And it's that relational understanding was something different. Because in our gospel today, when Jesus talks about him being the bread of life, he talks about the manna in the desert. So the Israelites would wake up in the morning, they walk outside, and a part of the dew is the manna, the bread for the day. They would collect the bread every single day, and the bread couldn't last more than one day. And everybody had the right amount. Whatever they picked up, everybody ate, and everybody was satisfied. And but Jesus says they ate the manna in the desert, but he goes, but I am the real bread that comes down from heaven. So he's bringing us a new bread. That manna was miraculous, but he goes, but I bring you a bread that lasts forever. A bread that comes from heaven. One that doesn't last from day to day, but the one that lasts forever. And that's what we receive here in the Eucharist. That bread that comes down from heaven. And what's interesting is how that John the milkman was able to have that understanding of the relationship, like a person-to-person relationship with Jesus that way too. And what's, on the front of our bulletin, we have the saint is Saint Elizabeth Ann Seton, one of the first American saints. And she had said this. She had said that knowing that Jesus was in the church waiting for me to show up was very comforting. That he was waiting for me to be there. And how comforting it truly is to know that Jesus is waiting for us to be here today. so he can help us to know how much he truly loves us. And how much we know that when we come to here, he's waiting for us so that we can bring our life to him. Now, did Jesus need John the milkman to show up and say, hey, I'm here this morning? No, but he wants us there. He wants us to be here because he wants to impart his life and love to us in that new way. As every time we're in front of the Eucharist, either in the tabernacle or as we receive him or in adoration here on the altar, we are changed every single time. We may not perceive it yet, we're changed for the better. And and the more that we realize that Jesus waits for me personally, he wants that relationship with me, makes us realize then that us as a community, he wants that relationship with every single one of us together. So that when we come here, individually we have the relationship, but us as a community then have that greater relationship with Jesus. That us together share that life of him. We share that Eucharist together. And are able then to realize that when we leave here, every single one of us can go out there and say, you know what? There's somebody waiting for you right now. And I'm going to show you who it is. Come and follow me. Because we want every single person to have that same relationship that Jesus has with us. And we can be like John the milkman. I can be Brian the priest, Just walk in and say, good morning, Jesus. Just saying hello. Hope you have a good day today.